Key Stage 1, Claire here to do your assembly on this term's topic of trust. Now I know that some of you are back at school, you lucky things. I can't wait to be back. Hopefully in September I'll be back and we can do assembly just like normal. But for now, we'll have to make do like this. So I was wondering about trust. I was thinking, who do you trust? Now have a look at this picture. Who would you trust to cook your dinner? And who would you trust to cut your hair? I wonder if you've had to trust somebody new to cut your hair. I wonder how it went. I wonder if somebody new in your house has had a go at cooking something while you've been in lockdown. I wonder how it went. So when you choose somebody to trust, trust is like a jigsaw puzzle. Trusting somebody is made of lots of different bits. So you trust somebody if they kind of look okay. You trust somebody if other people have told you, hey, they're good at cutting hair, they're good at cooking dinner. But mostly you will trust somebody from your own experience, from when you've eaten the dinner that was good, or you've looked in the mirror at the gorgeous haircut and you think, yeah, I trust you to cut my hair. You do a good job. Now, I was wondering what the Bible had to say about trust and trusting God. And there is a really lovely chapter in Proverbs. Proverbs is a book in the Old Testament and it's a collection of wise words and sayings. And chapter 3 has the title Advice for Children. And it talks about all sorts of things. But I wanted to draw your attention to verse 5 and 6 because they're about trust. It says this: trust the Lord with all your heart. Don't depend on your own understanding. Remember the Lord in everything you do and he will give you success. Now, the thing about trusting the Lord is it's just like the jigsaw puzzle of trusting somebody else. I don't want you to do it just because I say so. I want you to look at some evidence of what other people say, and I really want you to experience trusting the Lord for yourself, because then you'll really do it. So I was thinking, who in the Bible trusted God? What stories have we got of people that trusted God, and did it work out okay for them? So here are some pictures of four stories in the Bible about people who trusted God. I wonder, can you recognise any of them? Did you get them? So there was Noah, who trusted God even though he was asked to do a very strange thing and build a big boat in the middle of the land and fill it with animals. He trusted God and it came good. God kept him and his family and all of the animals safe through the flood. Then, did you know who the little boy was next to the big giant with his slingshot? Whoa! That was David. And we read about David in the Old Testament. And David trusted God so much that he was willing to face a giant that a whole army had avoided facing. And he trusted God because God had taught him how to protect sheep by throwing stones at the wild animals. And he used that skill, with God's help, to slay Goliath. And then, did you know the ones at the bottom? So we had Mary. Now I know you know that because I've seen you do nativity plays, some of you. So there was Mary with the angel. So she trusted God when the angel came to give her baby Jesus. And we all know what happened after that. And the other little boy with the loaves and the fishes. Do you remember him? He was in the story where loads of people were crowding around Jesus to hear what Jesus was saying, but they got really hungry and there wasn't enough food. But that little boy trusted Jesus with his packed lunch of bread and fish. Wow! You don't give your packed lunch away lightly, do you? And he gave it to Jesus and that trust was rewarded because Jesus used that to feed 5,000 people in a miraculous way. So there are some stories of people who trusted God, and that trust came good. They didn't trust their own understanding. Right, for our story, we're going to do a story that you join in with. So this story is based on John chapter 10, when Jesus describes himself as the Good Shepherd and tells us as his sheep who to be careful not to trust. So listen out for who you're not to trust. But in the story, I will say, and all the people said, and then I'll make a noise, and I want you to copy the noise. Alfie's here to help me, so let's just practice the first one. And all the people said, "Bah!"
Bah!
Did you do that? Did you bar? Right, here we go. It's a different word every time, so listen carefully and join in on the different words. "I've got something to say about sheep," said Jesus. And all of the people said, "Bah!"
Bah!
"Let's start with the sheep thief," said Jesus. "That rotten, no good rustler." And all the people said, "Boo!"
Boo!
"How does the sheep thief get into the pen?" Jesus asked. "Not through the gate, that's for sure. He creeps over the wall in the dead of night when nobody else is looking." And all the people said, "Sneaky."
Sneaky!
"And what is he there for?" Jesus asked. "I'll tell you, he's up to no good. He has knives and shears and lashings of mint sauce. He comes to steal, to kill and destroy." And all of the people said, "Nasty."
Nasty!
But the shepherd said, "Jesus, the shepherd is different." And all of the people said, "How?"
How?
"He comes through the gate," said Jesus, "the right way, the proper way, the honest way. And he comes not to kill, but to lead the sheep to pastures green and gently flowing waters." And all of the people said, "Nice."
Nice!
"I am the gate of the sheep pen," said Jesus. And all of the people went, "Huh?"
Huh?
"I am the gate," said Jesus. "I'll protect you from anything and anyone that sneaks in to steal your joy. And if you go through me, you'll find life and find it to the full." So did you spot in that bit of the story who Jesus wanted you not to trust? The thief, the person who comes in the night, whose intent is to steal things from you, particularly to steal your joy in life. I wonder who those thieves might be today. Who we're not supposed to trust. Right, here's the next part of the story. "Now let's talk about strangers," said Jesus. The people said, "You should never talk to strangers."
You should never talk to strangers.
"Exactly," said Jesus, "and every sheep knows that if a stranger calls, the sheep will not follow because they do not recognise his voice." And the people said, "That's smart."
That is smart.
But the shepherd said, "The shepherd is different." And all of the people said, "How?"
How?
"The sheep recognise his voice," said Jesus, "and they follow him wherever he goes. And he knows them too. He knows each of them by name." And the people said, "That's lovely."
That's lovely.
"I am the good shepherd," said Jesus, "and I know my sheep too. There are some of you here, and others I have yet to meet, but I know you, and I know you all by name." So in that part of the story, it's strangers we've to watch out for. Strangers who we do not know. It is hard. It's important when you don't know somebody and you don't trust them, not to follow them. Here's the last part of the story. "And finally," said Jesus, "let's talk about the hired hand." And all of the people said, "Show me the money."
Show me the money.
"That's it," said Jesus. "The hired hand is only in it for what he can get. It's not the sheep that are important to him. It's the paycheck and what he can buy with it." And the people said, "Bling, bling."
Bling, bling.
"So when the wolf comes," said Jesus, "what does he do? He runs away to save his own skin." And the people said, "It's more than his job's worth."
It's more than his job's worth.
But the shepherd, said Jesus, the shepherd is different. And all of the people said, how?
How?
The sheep belongs to the shepherd, said Jesus. Each and every one of them is special to him. So when the wolf comes, he faces it and fights it. He risks life and limb. And if he has to, he lays down his life for his sheep. And all of the people said, wow!
Wow!
I am the good shepherd, said Jesus, and I lay down my life for my sheep. So in that final part of the story, we're told to be wary of hired hands, people that are only interested in our money and not ourselves. So be wary of those. Think, are they selling me this because they want the money? Or is this something I really need that my good shepherd would approve of? Have a lovely summer holiday. I wanted to just mention that the church is not able to do its usual holiday club this year, but we have developed with churches across Bath a fantastic holiday club called Unlikely Heroes, and that will be airing on YouTube, an episode each week starting on the 25th of July. And I really hope that you and your family can tune in and enjoy stories of unlikely heroes, games, craft and prayers together, and discover the unlikely hero inside yourself this summer. Now, I wanted to have some worship, and so I asked a friend from church, somebody called James Hogg, who's good with a guitar, if he would play us a lovely song. It's based on Psalm 23, all about the Lord as our shepherd, and it has a beautiful chorus about trusting in the good shepherd. So I'm going to get James to play that song at the end of this assembly, and I'll put up the words, and I sing along. You'll hear my voice on the video, and I hope that you too will sing along and use this song, if you want to, as an act of prayer to ask God to show you himself as a good shepherd. Listen out for his voice and learn to trust him. He will be with you always, whatever happens. And I'll see you in September.
The Lord's my shepherd, I'll not want. He makes me lie in pastures green. He leads me by the still waters. His goodness restores my soul. And I will trust in you alone. And I will trust in you alone. For your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me home. He guides my way in righteousness, and he anoints my head with oil, and my cup it overflows with joy. I feast on his new delights, and I will trust in you alone, and I will trust in you alone. For your endless mercy follows me. Your goodness will lead me home. And though I walk the darkest path, I will not fear the evil one. For you are with